There are two ways to access an attribute's value inside your markup file. The first way is using a bound expression and another way is using an unbound expression. The bound expression we have already seen, and what it does, it creates two-way data binding. So this means if your attribute value changes inside the HTML file, it will travel to your JS file automatically and you do not need to write any specific code for it. And if this value is changing inside the JS file, then it will travel back to your HTML file as well without writing any specific code or any specific handler. Now, if you use unbound expression, then it's a bit different. It only creates one-way data binding. So this means if you are making a change in an attribute's value inside the HTML file, then it will travel to your JS file automatically. But if you make the change in JS file, then it will not travel back to your HTML file. So it doesn't create two-way data binding and your JS file changes will not reflect to your markup file. We have already seen how we can use a bound expression. For that you need to use curly braces, then we need to use exclamatory symbol and then the value provider. But in case of unbound expression, instead of this exclamatory symbol, you need to use pound. So the only difference is this exclamatory and the pound symbol. Now I will show you the clear difference between these two expressions. So let's go to our VS Code and make some changes to our board panel component. Here I'll have one more line, maybe like I'll wrap it up inside an paragraph tag. So if you are very new to the HTML thing, then I'll highly recommend you guys to learn some HTML and basic JavaScript in order to get the complete understanding of this section of this course. Now I'm going to copy this line and paste it again, but this time I'm using unbound expression. And I think I haven't shown you how to write comments inside the markup file. To write the comment inside a markup file, we need to use our angle bracket, then an exclamatory symbol, then double dash, and we need to close our comment using double dash and this angle bracket again. And you can write your comment in between. So here I'll write unbound expression. Now let's add one more comment. This should be unbound one and the first one should be bound expression. So let's save this code and now you will see the difference. First I'm going to deploy this, then let's clear our cache, open our DevTools and reload the page. Now this time we are seeing this line twice because we have pasted this twice inside our markup file. The first one should show the value using the bound expression. The second one should show using the unbound expression. So let's change our game mode and click on start new game. So as soon as you click on start new game, you will see that our bound expression is showing the latest value from this combo box, but our unbound expression doesn't show any value. The reason is it only creates one-way data binding. So the changes that you are making inside your JavaScript file, they do not travel back to your markup file. So you need to use this unbound expression in only those situations where you already have this attribute data and you do not expect it to change. Generally this is used inside the loops where you already have this attribute value. But again, if you are not sure which one you should use, then go for bound expression. So that's all in this video. In the next video, we'll start writing our another component which we'll call the board component.